Hey guys, this is Sam Hartness doing the daily drive for May 1st, 2012. And today I am driving from my apartment in Fox Ridge. I am heading to, hopefully, Perry Street lot, and then I'm going to go to the library. It's about 1:47 right now on Monday, May 1st, and hopefully I'll be there by, hopefully I'll be able to find a spot by 2. If I don't, then I'm gonna be frustrated, but I'm going to meet with a group mate and finish up on a paper. All right, so let's get started. It just rained here, so hopefully it doesn't rain too much harder throughout the day. I got my suit on so I can for a presentation. But all right, let's get into our first topic. The first topic that I want to talk about is why we at Virginia Tech Parking Wars decided to make our blog. And the first thing that we really wanted to talk about was the reason why we did it was because 80% probably of the students and faculty on Virginia Tech's campus have gotten a parking ticket before, or have had some type of interaction with parking services, whether positive or negative. And we really wanted to have a site that could profile what goes on at Virginia Tech as far as parking, and how different people's stories and experiences really shape into a cohesive voice that we could use and really show parking services that what they're doing wrong, and just ways they could make improvements for parking at Virginia Tech for students and faculty. And again, the main reason that we decided to do this blog was because pretty much everyone on campus has gotten a ticket before, and behind each of those tickets there's usually a good story. I would say most people aren't going out to try to break parking codes, so there's usually always a story about how either that parking services didn't treat them fairly, which is a case a lot of the time, or just a way that what we're going to do is that we're going to provide a forum for students to be able to share their stories about how they've gotten parking tickets at Virginia Tech, and how and really show that parking services in general is really being an oppressive force around campus. And I guess first I'll just tell my story about getting a parking ticket. I've gotten about 4 parking tickets over my 3 years of driving at Virginia Tech. There's 2 of them that I got when I parked on the drill field, and I just didn't understand the correct times to park there, which is something that I feel like the parking services needs to do better, as far as telling people kind of exceptions to rules as far as parking around campus. I think more signs and more descriptive signs would probably be a great way to combat that problem. Another ticket I got was I was having lunch with my dad, who was in town from on a business trip, and I was going to I went to meet him, and we went to Preston's for lunch. He picked Preston's, so we went there. And earlier in the semester, I'd bought dailies. I didn't buy a full pass for the semester because I didn't feel it was necessary to. I didn't feel it was going to be necessary for me to drive that often, and I didn't. But I did buy a couple daily passes just in case I needed to drive. And since I was in the system, and I didn't put up a daily when I parked in Preston, because I thought as a paying customer that I wasn't going to need to show my ID, and sure enough, or show my or use a parking permit, and I ended up getting a ticket for $35 for parking in Preston's, which was a lot that had hundreds of spots up road, and it was, I mean, and that's another reason why. That was another thing we've seen with Virginia Tech Parking Services that we would really like to address and change as the blog. Alright, I just turned into the back Perry Street lot. It looks like there's a lot of people exiting, so hopefully I'll be able to find a spot. Also looks like there's a lot of people that are getting here. Either way, hopefully this doesn't take very long. It's about 1:53 right now, so we got to campus in roughly 5 to 6 minutes from Fox Road. It's probably a pretty good time. I don't think I hit any lights. So I'm driving down now. Light rain has begun. I'm taking a left now. I'm driving parallel to the parking garage. Someone just pulled out in front of me, and now someone's backing up. So this is semi-frustrating, but this is more problems with drivers rather than parking. I am now pulling forward to the back of the lot, back of the Perry Street lot, and there are a couple spots back here. So I'm going to find a spot, park here. It's a little bit longer of a walk. It just started raining, but I'm smart enough to bring my raincoat. And I'm going to make my way over to the library. It's going to be about a, let's say, 10 to 15 minute walk. But this parking wasn't too bad. It's not as convenient, I guess, as it could be. But yeah, I think that's going to conclude the daily drive for May 1st. I would probably give this parking experience a solid B+. It's not convenient, but it's still very good. I mean, it was easy to find a spot. And yeah, I mean, it was fairly stress-free. Finally, this is Sam Hartness for Virginia Tech Parking Wars, signing off.